Hi students, good morning. Today we start the last portion of polynomials, that is factor theorem. The factor theorem said that if px is a polynomial of degree 1 or more than 1 and alpha be any real number, if p alpha equal to 0, then x minus alpha is the factor of px. Conversely, if x minus alpha is a factor of px, then p alpha will be 0. So now we prove the factor theorem. Now we divide px by x minus alpha. Let cosine is equal to cosine is 2x, and by remainder theorem remainder will be p of alpha. So if we divide px by x minus alpha, let we get cosine qx, and by remainder theorem, remainder will be p alpha. Then by division algorithm, by division algorithm, px will be equal to divisor, that is x minus alpha, into cosine plus remainder. So when we prove first case, it is given that p alpha is equal to 0. So we put the value of p alpha in this equation. So then px will be x minus alpha into qx. Hence the remainder becomes 0. Hence px is divisible by qx completely, that is x minus alpha divides px. So x minus alpha is a factor of px. Now we prove second part. In second part, it is given that x minus alpha is a factor of px. That is, x minus alpha divides px completely. The remainder becomes 0 if x minus alpha is a factor of px, then remainder becomes 0. Which is remainder? P alpha. Then if x minus alpha is a factor of px, then px can be written as divisor into cosine. So now putting x equal to alpha, putting x equal to alpha, so p of alpha is equal to alpha minus alpha, 0 into qx, that is 0. So if x minus alpha is a factor of px, then P alpha is equal to 0. Hence the proof. Using factor theorem, now we solve some question. Using factor theorem so that gx is a factor of px, where px is equal to this and gx is equal to this. So px and gx are both given. Using factor theorem, we have to show that gx is a factor of px. First we find the value of x, that is the 0 of the polynomial gx. To find the 0 of the polynomial gx, we have to solve the equation gx is equal to 0, that is x plus root 2 is equal to 0, x equal to minus root 2. So by remainder theorem, by factor theorem, gx will be a factor of px if p of minus root 2 is equal to 0. So now we check p of minus root 2 is 0 or not. So p of minus root 2 is equal to, we put minus root 2 in place of x in the polynomial px. So 2 root 2 into minus root 2 whole square plus 5 into minus root 2 plus root 2. 2 root 2 into minus plus root 2 into root 2 plus 5 into minus root 2 into 2, 4 root 2 minus 5 root 2 plus root 2. So 4 root 2 plus root 2, 5 root 2 minus 5 root 2. Answer 0. So hence by factor theorem, gx is a factor of px because p of minus root 2 is 0. Without actual division, so that this polynomial is exactly divisible by the second polynomial. First we consider px is equal to x cube minus 3x square minus 13x plus 15, and gx is equal to x square minus plus 2x minus 8. So now we find the 0 of the polynomial gx. To find the 0 of the polynomial gx, we solve the equation gx is equal to 0. That is x square plus 2x plus minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we factorize this. So x square plus 3x minus x minus 2 equal to 0. X is taken common, so x plus 3 minus 1 will be common, x plus 3 equal to 0. The product of two polynomials is 0. Hence, they are separately 0. That means x plus 3 equal to 0 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x equal to minus 3 and x equal to 1. So minus 3 and 1 are the zeros of the polynomial gx. Gx is a quadratic polynomial, hence it has two zeros. So by factor theorem, Px is exactly divisible by Gx is P of minus 3 is equal to 0 and P of 1 is equal to 0, because Gx has two 0, that's why we have to show P of minus 3 equal to 0 and also P of 1 equal to 0. So now we check P of minus 3. So put the value of x in Px. So minus 3 whole cube, minus 3 into minus 3 whole square, minus 30 into minus 3 plus 50. Minus 3 whole cube, minus 27. 3 square 9, 9 minus 3, 27. Minus minus plus 13, 39 is equal to minus 54 plus 54 is equal to 0, and P of 1 equal to, put the value of x so 1 cube minus 3 into 1 square minus 30 into 1 plus 50. 1 cube equal to 1, 3 minus 30 plus 50. 50 plus 1, 60, minus 3 minus 30, minus 60 is equal to 0. Hence P of minus 3 equal to 0 and P of 1 equal to 0. So Px is exactly divisible by, if this has a factor x minus 2 and leaves a remainder 3 when it is divisible by x minus 3, then find the value of a and b. Let that given polynomial Px is equal to x cube plus x square plus bx plus c. If x minus 2 is a factor of Px, then by factor theorem P of 2 equal to 0, that is put 2 in place of x, so 2 cube plus a into 2 square plus b into 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. 2 cube equal to 8, 2 square 4 into a, 4a, 2 into b into 2, 2b plus 6 is equal to 0. So 4a plus 2b plus 8 plus 6, 14 is equal to 0. So 4a plus 2b is equal to minus 14. 2 taken common, 2a plus b is equal to minus 14. So 2a plus b is equal to 2 divides minus 14, that is 7. So b equal to minus 7 minus 2a. Now second condition, when px is divisible by x minus 3, it leaves the remainder will be 3. When px is divisible by x minus 3, remainder will be 3. So by remainder theorem, P of 3 is equal to 3. So we put value of x in px. 3 cube plus a into 3 square plus b into 3 plus c is equal to 3. 3 square equal to 27, 3 cube equal to 27, 3 square equal to 9 plus 3b plus 6 is equal to 3. So 9 plus 3b plus 27 plus 6, 33 is equal to 3. Next we put the value of b from equation 1. So 9 plus 3 into minus 7 minus 2 is equal to 3 minus 33. 9 minus 21 minus 6a is equal to minus 30. 9a minus 6a, 3a is equal to minus 30 plus 21 is equal to minus 9. So a equal to minus 9 upon 2, that is 3, that is minus 3. So a equal to minus 3. If we put a equal to minus 3 in equation 1, then we get the value of b equal to minus 7, put a equal to minus 3. 2a, 2 into a, minus 7 plus 6 equal to minus 1. So value of a is minus 3 and value of b is minus 1.